The girl who shared her last bread. Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by tall trees and dusty paths, there lived a little girl named Ada. Ada had no riches, no fine clothes, no overflowing food. But Ada had something far more precious: a kind heart. Every morning, before the sun warmed the village, Ada would whisper a simple prayer.
Thank you for today.
Thank you, Lord, for today. But on this particular morning, Ada had only one small piece of bread. Just one. It was the only food she had for the entire day. Ada sat quietly in her tiny hut, looking at the bread in front of her. Her stomach growled softly. She was hungry. Very hungry. But just as she reached for the bread, pause. There was a knock. Knock, knock. Ada slowly opened the door. Standing outside was a tired old traveler. His clothes were dusty. His face was weak. And his voice trembled. My child, I have walked a very long road. Do you have something to eat? Ada looked down at the bread in her hand. Her only food. For a moment, she hesitated. Her stomach reminded her how hungry she was. But then Ada remembered something her mother once told her. When we help others, God sees it. Ada took a deep breath. Then she smiled gently. This is the only food I have, she said softly. But you can have it. The old man looked surprised. You would give me your last bread? Ada nodded. Yes. God will take care of me. She placed the bread into the stranger's hands. The old man looked at her. His eyes suddenly warm with wonder. Kindness like yours, he said slowly, never goes unseen. Ada watched as the traveler walked away down the dusty road. She returned inside her little hut. Her stomach was still empty, but her heart felt peaceful. She walked to the table. And suddenly, Ada gasped. The empty plate was no longer empty. It was filled. Fresh bread. Warm bread. More bread than she had ever seen before. Ada fell to her knees in amazement, and with tears in her eyes she whispered,
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. Because that day, Ada learned something powerful. When we give with love, God always provides. Music rises. And the Bible reminds us in Hebrews 13 verse 2. Do not forget to show kindness to strangers, for by doing so, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. And from that day forward, the story of the little girl who shared her last bread was told across the village for generations. Because one small act of kindness can bring a miracle.